Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about making life, financial, and real estate goals for 2022. So a fun thing that I like to do at the end of every single year is make goals for the upcoming year so I can then reflect and look back on what goals I was able to accomplish or what goals I failed on or even the goals where I could pretty much just change my vision on what I actually wanted. So I actually real quick want to go over the goals that I made for myself in December of 2020 for the year of 2021 and kind of look back to see how I did on them and to see pretty much if I'm happy or excited on the outcome of everything, which I am. And let's just go over that real quick. So my very first goal was to renovate my duplex. So my duplex I purchased back in September of 2020, and in 2021 it was the year where my tenants were going to be leaving. I wasn't going to re-sign their leases. And with that being said, I was able to get in there and renovate the entire thing. So in the beginning of February, the one lease ended and I was able to get in there and renovate the entire unit, which is a great learning process. And by the very end of July, the entire thing was renovated. I now have new tenants in there and I'm making a great cash flow every single month on that. So my second goal, which I didn't necessarily complete or fail, was to purchase 2 more properties. Now, I was able to purchase 1 more property and I purchased it back in July of 2021. And this is a property that I purchased from somebody that I know, and it ended up being a house that needed way too much work for me. So I decided to knock it down, and I'm in the process of building a new house there. Now, I know I said I wanted to purchase 2 properties. Now, I did look all the time for new properties coming up, but with the market being so hot and crazy, every deal that I found or that I bid on, I was getting outbid by all cash offers, by people paying $20,000 or $30,000 over asking price, by people waiving all inspection contingencies, and it just didn't work out for me this year, unfortunately. So the next goal of mine was to have a 6-figure stock portfolio. Now, I got fairly close to this. I got between $70,000 and $80,000 in my stock portfolio, but mid-year I decided that I wanted to sell all of my stocks and take that capital to be used for renovations for the duplex, for my Turo business that I started, for different kind of business ventures like that. And I really felt like the money sitting in that stock account was just giving me too much anxiety, and I wanted to deploy it in other ways. So I decided to pull all of that money out and do that. However, I do have a 6-figure crypto portfolio, which is kind of similar in my mind. So I didn't necessarily completely fail that goal. Next off, going into 2021, I had 2 Nissans that I bought for the sole purpose of flipping. I had a Nissan 370Z that I got a great deal on that someone was moving out of town, and I also had a Nissan Altima, I believe it was. Now, I was able to get both of these cars gone fairly quickly, and I made a good profit on those cars. The very next thing is that I wanted to purchase a new sports car, right? Who doesn't want that goal? I actually did accomplish this goal 3 times. In the very beginning of the year, I bought a 2017 Porsche Boxster. In July, my order came in for my 2021 CA Corvette, which I kept for 3 weeks before flipping it and making around 20 something thousand dollars on it. And then the last car that I bought was in, I believe, August of 2021. I bought a 2013 Maserati Gran Turismo convertible. So I had actually 3 really cool sports cars that I bought this year. Very thankful for it, very happy with them. I still have the Porsche and the Maserati now, and they're great cars that I rent out on Turo. Okay, the very next goal was to get my real estate license. So this is a goal that I've really wanted for a while because, being an investor in real estate, I'm constantly wanting to look at deals and buy deals. And with that being said, I want to have access to the MLS, and I want to be able to save myself the commission if I'm trying to buy a house. I can, make an extra 3.5% on the sales price of the house, or even if people are interested in selling houses that they have, I could help them sell it and facilitate that deal. So with that being said, I really want to get my real estate license, and it just wasn't something that I was able to get around to in 2021 due to my busy schedule. However, this is at the very top of my list for next year. So my very next goal was to turn my townhouse that I own into an Airbnb. So I had this goal for a while. I really wanted to do this. However, at the beginning of 2021, the city that I live in decided to give stricter Airbnb rules. And with that being said, to make this come true, I would have to jump through so many hoops with monthly checks and monthly inspections and, confirm with my neighbors that it's not a disruption to the neighborhood. And it was just way too much going on, and it didn't seem like it was worth the risk. And it seemed honestly easier just to keep it as a rental property. So that's the route that I went down. Now, I also wanted to finish renovating that townhouse. That was another one of my goals, and I was able to do that. So I purchased the house, actually renovated. So it was just done being renovated. There was just a couple things and tweaks that I wanted to do. The big one was there was a big wall between the kitchen and the living room. So in, I think, February of 2021, I was able to get a contractor out here, and it was a support wall. So we pretty much had to put a beam inside the ceiling. So it took maybe 3 or 4 days, but it cost maybe $1,000, and I was able to make that space completely open and give it a, a good open feel, and I don't regret it one bit. Okay, my very last goal is a prime example on kind of how I changed my mind or changed my vision on what I really wanted. I wanted to put all of my properties into an LLC. So people put properties in LLCs, to help protect themselves, to help protect you against lawsuits and help protect all your assets. However, learning more things about LLCs, I decided the easiest thing for me with not having such a crazy portfolio was just to leave them all in my name for now. And it's not worth the risk for me for putting the property into an LLC and having the risk that the bank can then call back your loan. So that's not something I really ever want to risk. I think I'll look into this more in the future after I discuss it with my lawyer and my accountant. But for now, I think I'm content with the property staying in my name until I have a, crazy big portfolio. So as you can see, after going over my 2021 goals, that some of my goals were successful, some of them I failed on, and some of them I kind of just changed what I wanted throughout the year, which is totally okay. I'm very happy that I wrote down my goals beforehand because it really helped give me a solid foundation going into the year on what I wanted. And that's what I'm going to do right now for 2022 to give myself a good foundation for what I want for next year. So my very first goal for 2022 is to get my real estate license. So I already listed all the reasons that I wanted to do that, but this is going to be at the very top of my list for 2022. And I've actually already started looking at real estate courses. So I plan on enrolling in that in the next couple days, hopefully. And I can hopefully get this accomplished within the first quarter of 2022. My second goal is actually a very big one. It's going to be to complete my new house build. So as I told you guys, the property that I purchased in 2021 ended up being a total dump. And I've actually filmed videos on the demo process and everything for that. That house, I'm currently in the process of building a brand new 1,800 square foot house there. And that's one that I plan on living in. So that's one of my biggest goals, is to have that entire house finished and refinanced and pull all the money out from that. So I'm going to copy one of my goals from 2021. It's going to be the exact same. It's going to be to purchase 2 more rental properties in 2022. Now, I think this goal is possible, and I already have a couple that I have my eye on, and I'm really hoping that I can really kill it this year and actually accomplish that goal. That'll be awesome. Increase my monthly cash flow and, increase my assets. So if you guys have watched on my channel, I've actually posted a video on making money on Turo and having that as a little side hustle. So I currently do that with my Porsche and my Maserati. However, I would love to add 3 more cars in 2022 to this little Turo business. So right now I've got, once again, the Porsche 718 Boxster and the Maserati Gran Turismo convertible, but I would like to add a 2022 Corvette, which I have on order currently, possibly a C7 Corvette, and maybe a Jaguar F-Type. Next, I would love to consistently upload to YouTube. So YouTube is something that I've been doing on and off for, I don't know, maybe 10 years. I started a long time ago making Call of Duty videos, and it's just something that I've always had a passion for, but I've really just never, had a plan and stuck to it. So my goal for 2022 is going to be to stick to a plan for YouTube and attempt to upload consistently and hopefully increase my subscriber count and my view count and my watch hours and all that good stuff. So a big thing that I want to do is start flipping houses. So I'm really hoping that, I can get into this. I've dipped my toes in it a little bit with renovating my properties that I've had, and it's been so much fun, from gutting the house to putting new electrical to new lighting, flooring, cabinets, paint. It's just really fun how you can take a house from, being a pile of dirt, pile of trash, to turning it into a great, beautiful living space that somebody wants to live in and pay high dollar for. I really enjoy that, and I would love to start flipping houses and making extra money like that. Next is going to be one of the hardest goals, I think, for me, and that's going to be to drop down to part-time at my job. So right now I work a full-time job as a bar manager, and I work anywhere between 50 to 60 hours a week. Now, realistically, I would love to drop down to just working weekends and maybe working 20 to 30 hours a week, and that would free up so much more time for me to work on my real estate endeavors, and I think I'll be more happier in life. And that also leads to my very last goal, and that'll be to enjoy life a little more. With me working so much and having so much going on between, work, real estate, cars, and just everything I'm always doing, I don't really have enough time to enjoy life. So I want to make it a priority to go on more trips, to have more time, have more time for fun, have more time to, enjoy with my girlfriend, stuff like that. And I think it's very important. So now that I've put myself out there and I've shared all my goals with you guys, maybe you guys can put yourself out there and share your goals with me in the comments. That'll be awesome to hear if you guys have any kind of life goals or financial goals or real estate goals. Let me know down below. I would love to hear it, and let me know what you guys think of mine. So hopefully you guys can, keep me to it and make sure that I try to follow through with most of my goals. And I guess we'll see throughout the year how I've done. So thank you guys all for watching the video. I'll see you guys on my next one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all. See ya.